that doesn't like pressure and overrun you. Once you hit your battle fury timing, you're gonna typically start to pick up pace and outfarm a Spectre. To me, like a 3-4 item AM beats a 3-4 item Spectre. So
yeah, I think if it wasn't for the anti-mage, I think there was a good chance that they were going to plan on putting Nico Baby on the Ember Spirit, but I think he doesn't want to repeat that experience that he had against Team Spirit where he felt super helpless. I think this guy would prefer making sure control of the game is in his hands, and it's not a bad idea considering how good he is. I think he always wants that overall, like, screw you, like, I am the strongest hero in the game.
It feels like both sides have kind of taken comfort over perhaps the best last pick between the Queen of Pain and this Spectre. It's just like, go with what you know.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think with a lot of Alliance games, you got to look at Limp, how well he does. He's playing this Ember versus Quap matchup. It should be an interesting one to watch. You can slide a fist dodge the Shadow Strike and things, and just Limp needs to have a good game and be the one running around, getting kills, creating space, because that's when Alliance look at their best.
Okay, both teams playing to their strengths, but who will come out the victor? Who will be stronger and manage to move through this lower bracket one step farther? For that, we go to our Game 3 with Grant BSJ.
That's right. It is Game 3. It's a Spectre. It's an anti-mage. Of course, both teams wanting it that better late game, but BSJ, only one freaking team can move ahead. Which one do you think is now?
I'm favoring Viking GG's draft in this one. I don't think Spectre deals with Quap anti-mage. I think they have the group up potential on the side of Viking GG, and once anti-mage gets Manta, he's unkillable this game. Their only way of catching him is Tusk plus the Ember Chains.
Yeah, I know God's talking about it, right? But Meepo, if there was a Meepo player, they would have picked it right here, and it feels like there isn't. As you see the odds, oh my goodness. That's what I like to see in a Game 3. Almost dead even with a little tiny bit of favor for Alliance. We'll see, though. I believe that is pre-draft and post-draft. It sounds like you are a little bit more on Viking GG's side.
I've already lost all of my mortgages, but I will bet my condo on Viking GG here.
Excellent. Pretty soon it'll be your freaking little red wagon, the only thing you have left.
Yes. I prize that wagon. I can't tell if you're being facetious right now, Grant.
I'm not. I would never let you take it away, BSJ.
Okay.
But this middle lane, let's be real. Limp has kind of dominated both games. Even though they lost last game and Boom had a great game, in the first 5 minutes, it was all dazzle. So I'm curious to see how it goes if Boom on his signature Quap can make it a little bit more even. I'm curious to see what build Limp goes as well.
I don't think there was really anything Limp was able to do with that advantage last game based on the heroes in the draft. So last game was an anomaly for me. I don't really read into that too much. One team cheese picked the other. The players impact in the mid game. Like, I don't think Boom was supposed to win the mid lane for the first few levels either. So this game will be much more telling about the dynamic of this mid lane matchup. As Quap, I believe, is favored pretty heavily. In the laning stage, and Ember should probably get what he needs. I'm just concerned that Shad, he's a ticking time bomb for Alliance to deal with, really. As will this Tusk Pugna lane pressure him enough? And I'm going to be paying attention to this as Force starts the game with a Blightstone. I like that.
Don't often see that, especially on a Pugna.
Yeah, against anti-mage, pretty low armor, only 3.
And we do see Boom, he does go for that Scream, not the dagger in the mid lane, wants to secure that range creep, as well as, you never know, you might just get slide dodged.
I also see this because you push the wave with your Scream. A lot of mid laners are prioritizing pushing the wave whenever they can, and then you make it harder for the opponent to CS in their tower, and you can also just harass him a lot more because you have 4 creeps and he has none left. So I think that you also secure that you get no denies, because if a single deny comes out, you don't get level 2 from the wave. So he gets his level 1 Scream to secure the CS and also push, then gets his dagger because none of the creeps get denied, and then he is able to get a lot of free harass under the tower. It's one of those situations where if Limp was able to like squeak in 1 deny in that first wave, everything kind of falls apart for that game plan. But Ember 6-0 to the 2-1 of Boom, so
not
everything I just said is a load of crap because it didn't work.
Or Limp just played it exceedingly well, and Boom maybe, you know, couldn't keep up with that pressure, but we see he's just continuing to right-click and keep him out of lane.
I'm all about coming up with reasonings for why I'm doing something and then having it not work, Grant.
Yeah.
And looks like Boom is really following in my ideologies here.
So in that top lane, it is going to be the anti-mage, but you are versus a Tusk, and it feels like Tusk +1 can always just harass you. He's done a pretty good job. AM only at 5-0, but Pugna only at 4-3, so
you're fine if both heroes are getting nothing out of top on Alliance. Like, you don't really mind your Pugna losing some CS as long as anti-mage is getting outfarmed by Spectre, as that is the case barely, actually, as anti-mage does claw his way back with a few recent CS here.
And then Nico Baby, yeah, not 10-0 currently. Toby 4-3, so the Spectre is getting hers. Good harass going out on her, but brought a lot of regen, I believe. 2 stacks of tangles, already has a full wand and a healing cell. It's going to be tough to push the Spectre all the way out.
This is also surprising. I think Mars Snapfire on paper is a really strong lane.
I was say, that's a lot of damage. Even, like level 2, I feel like you have an insane amount of damage.
Is this just Snaking God bringing his NA presence to the laning stage?
Looks like, look at he's zoning 2 heroes.
Only my logical
once.
Explanation, man.
And there goes the couriers. We had 2 couriers bottom from, you know, the Radiant, and then 2 from the Dire. No one killed them here though, as they run back together. So the game has this feels like a typical game 3 to me, where both teams, they kind of got cute in the first 2 games, and now they're all just playing it very safe, knowing elimination is there. You have an AM, you have a Spectre. No one wants to give up that early first blood, especially. But it might be Snake King bottom lane, or is it going to be Aramis? And Snake King gets speared in. And now Nico Baby, he can't really do too much. He will have level 2 dagger. Aramis needs to be a tad careful, but Nico Baby doesn't want to go for the complete turnaround. Has the salve.
I like what Hanskin's doing top. He's body blocked the small camp over and over again. As you see, the small camp is actually just not there at all. And he's just been walking in and make sure the Chen, all the obnoxious creeps early are the ones from the small camp, right?
Yeah.
The Ghost for the slow, the Heartbeat for the spam. All these creeps really can tilt the lane in favor of the Chen lane, as Celery is forced to go back to base the hard way.
Yeah, and that hurts. Now you're not gonna be able to TP back. And Shad, you got to be careful.
Technically, he could just get recalled by Chen and then TP back, right? Is that a play when you're this low? I've actually never seen it reversed like that, you know? Usually it's the Chen in lane recalling you. Curious if they try that out.
They could. I feel like they won't. Oh, they're gonna. Well, they smoke in their own base actually on the Dire.
Oh, just to get out faster, it looks like.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do. You realize like, yo, Shad might have a very good game, but right now he is just getting straight up bullied. 14-1 versus 15-7.
Chad's a Chad, but he's still a mama's boy. He needs to be babysat for a little while, you know?
Yeah, it's an AM. What are you gonna do by yourself?
Yeah.
You may have 2 of the coolest looking weapons, but you need help.
You may be in the. You may attend the coolest parties at the coolest frats, but at the end of the day, everyone needs some
babysitting.
Exactly.
Nico Baby. Bottom lane, Snake King just continues to throw that level 1 chilling touch, trying to harass him out. It feels like this lane's gotten a little bit better after that first blood for them. Even though Nico Baby is farming, you're getting levels on this Mars, and I feel like a level 6 rotation anywhere could be very good.
Yeah, it is really crazy to me, though, that they're losing this lane.
He's getting that much farm, yeah.
I don't necessarily expect them to win on the off lane, but I also don't think Spectre AA should deny Mars anything, as he does get the God's Rebuke into the spear on Nico Baby bottom, plus the cookie.
But he'll just run into the trees here. He'll try to. Oh, no, he won't. He's just going to TP out right to his tower.
He gets salved up, I believe, by his teammates.
Yep, he was. In mid lane, it is going in Limp's favor right now. Currently level 6. They're both level 6, but the CS wars, I'm curious to see what the net worth. He is about 400 up this early on Limp.
I don't think it's supposed to go like that.
I'm curious how. I mean, we have seen, as we talked about, Limp, even in the losing game, kind of dominated middle. Seems like, you know, he might be a step above right now.
Yeah, I would probably have to ask Eternal Envy. He knows his matchups really well on Queen of Pain.
Bottom. Ton of harass again. Don't think there's going to be any kill. Doesn't even get speared into the crystals. So we simmer down again, less than 1,000 gold lead for Radiant, as we see both carries just trying to farm. AM actually above the Spectre now, so it does seem like that bottom lane, even though they don't have the most CS, they're doing good, and it seems a lot of regen is being flown out to the Spectre.
Yeah, this lane stage is definitely going better than I thought it would for Alliance, as Anti-Mage is not getting as much farm as the Spectre, and most notably mid lane. So the pace of the game is going to be definitely different than I envisioned it to be. And if Alliance can manage to take some early game team fights, skirmishes around the Spectre haunt, the fact that Spectre is a hero in this game, even if it's not like as significant as other carries could be in the mid game, the fact that Anti-Mage is not going to participate really at all does effectively make this a 5v4 for the next, what, 15 minutes or so?
Well, the Quap is forced to blink. Looks like running all the way back to base as his tower gets punished a little bit.
Illusion Rune tanking.
And the Siege, and Shad, he's in trouble as well. Has the blink with the snowball. You held on for too long and tried to get too cute. And now your top tower as well is in trouble. You might be losing 2 towers at the 7-minute mark. There's going to be TPs coming in though up top. It is the Queen of Pain. Pugna has TP'd out, and I think Hanskin, he's completely okay with that because it means mid tower's gone. It's actually just gone.
I have this incredible ability to bet my mortgages and condos on teams to win.
You just want to give it away to people. You're a nice guy.
It's not that they lose even. They just lose the laning stage really badly. Oh, the cookie, what? Wrong. He tried to target Mars there, but he actually targets the creep. And I don't understand it. Like, it's beginning to be a problem, Grant. So if I ever do it again, please don't let me bet my red wagon.
Okay, you'll lose it.
I need that thing, man. It's
your childhood memories are there.
It's the nostalgia factor that is not worth risking for.
Yep. We do see the Snapfire does ping out that there is a ward, so they'll be denying that one. But Limp, he's level 8 now, and he does max out the Flame Guard. So 2 games in a row we see that being the case again.
It seems like the mid lane's more farm heavy, while the side lane. It's funny how this works, but the side lane, it's more about the harass. With the max Sleight of Fist, maybe like 1 or 2 points in Flame Guard just to clear camps every now and then. But Celery, this is a Chen lineup, and he is probably going to be 5 creeps once we get to the mid game, because
their tower's gone. So that's 2 tier 1 towers gone at the 8-minute mark against the Chen team, not with the Chen team.
Middle tower is under attack.
And they know something's up because the creeps are pushing middle tower by themselves, but Limp will end up showing up, and he does have that bottled arcane rune. So if you're Viking GG and you're like, we got to dive, we got to try to make something happen, you got to be very wary of that. And he actually goes down bottom. He wants to make a play. TP from Toby. We do.
Play by Limp.
Kills the Searing Chains. He didn't max out the Flame Guard and actually puts that 1 point in the chains, and it's going to secure him a kill. Hopefully.
He was actually going on 0-3-3 and saving a point for a while there.
Yeah, and it pays off.
And I think if he had like used Flame Guard to farm a camp that would give him another level, then he would have decided to level Flame Guard, but instead holds on to it.
And you gotta be careful. They know where Aramis is. He still has the Arcane Rune. You're just dead, Snapfire. Oh, he's gonna try to juke. He's gonna try to jive. Yeah, I'm sure he's okay. Well, he's making it under the tier 2. We do see him dying, even though he was bringing himself that bracer. Not in time. 3rd tier 1 tower. Alliance runs these tier 1 towers. We saw in the game they won, absolutely dominating. And once again, 3 towers before 10 minutes in.
Yeah, Limp is clearly taking the reins. I was impressed with his Death Prophet the first game, and let's ignore the second game because he got brood mothered. I think that this has been an overall really good performance from him this series, and his impact has been palpable from the casting chair, and I'm sure it has been even more so from Viking GG's side.
Uh-oh, they're looking for Snake King.
They have Haunt as well.
Should be a free kill on Snake King. It looks like they're going to let him die.
Miss.
Cookie. Boom gets the kill, but it was that a 3-for-1 bounty? No. Yes. But Celery does get the haste rune. And what do you do? If you are inviting GG, you have to make, I know you need to make space for the AM, but how do you accomplish that at this point? Do you just go and create chaos somewhere, or are they too far down even now to, like, create good chaos?
It's the good old 4-man rotation of the enemy safe lane. We saw it in the out game when they were losing. You had to do it here too, and eventually Boom is going to rotate to his team. Surely maybe he'll get recalled by the Chen so that he can farm as long as possible, but Alliance, they look prepared for this. They've even brought their carry Spectre to defend this tower.
You don't even have to, because you got a Haunt, so she's like, yo, maybe they don't. There will be the
cookie team here.
It is. Bless is gonna show. Oh my goodness, is Toby even a hero? Well, Nico maybe not as well. A 1-for-1 trade. Boom's here, ulti pop. It's gonna be a 2-for-1. In comes Limp. He doesn't have the most HP. Let's see what he can do with the little amount he has. He can kill Aramis. He gets stunned up by the golem into a scream. Boom with the double kill, and the Chen actually does make it out. And this Queen of Pain, so even though Limp's pretty farm, this Queen of Pain, level 11 with treads double null, very tanky.
That was a huge swing of momentum for Viking GG, because like I said, this is the window for Alliance to punish, even though they have this Spectre. I'm surprised S4 used his ulti aggressively there, as opposed to saving Nico Baby. I really thought that they were sitting behind him for the exact reason of, hey, we're going to camp this guy. We know they're here, and let's protect him. Oh, the cookie's a little bit off.
Still should be a
Suck him dry.
kill. He's going to. Do we have any stunts that doesn't disjoint it? But the spear definitely will. You just lost. You lost Nico Baby as well as S4 on that Pugna now. You're still down 1,000 gold, but as you said, they're going to get a tier 1 tap. Wait, are they? Wait,
Alliance still wants to defend this, yeah.
But Limp, he is almost 2 full levels below Aramis.
This is the change.
Cookie's out. Is the Snapfire going to survive? There's no way, but it looks like there is a way, and he will.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 chance. There's a creep as well as a catapult, and it hit those two instead of the hero. As I'm kind of surprised that Alliance.
They really like this tier 1 bot.
The first time around, they just brought too few resources. They underestimated the fight potential of the Snapfire ulti following the arena. And it was pretty obvious that they were going to make this move on Viking GG. It's the only move you can make. They did it last game, or the first game, excuse me, and Alliance shut that shit down. So they're clearly aware that it's a thing. In the meantime, Anti-Mage just farming.
He's almost got it, by the way. He is about 600 gold off. And he even has the casual gloves of haste we've been seeing more and more people get. Bottom, they want to get this tier 1. They push it. Oh, perfect trap. Toby, not this time, my friend.
Hanskin is stuck, though, and Boob's here with an Arcane Rune. He has his ultimate if he needs it, which he does. He did eat a lot of... Or, no, he didn't eat damage for that.
He did. 6-0-0 right now for the Queen of Pain. And I thought Limp was controlling this game, but those 2 or 3 kills bottom completely put this Queen of Pain ahead. And net worth the highest in the game, 400 above the Ember now. What a comeback. Has the Yules as well, bottom. Continued harass, man. This is bottom lane. I've never seen these tier 1 towers be defended so heavily by both teams.
Both teams just have heroes farming right now. Like, on the side of Viking GG, they're content to create space, and on the side of Alliance, they can't afford to give up any objectives because they're supposed to be more powerful at this stage in the game.
Spear away, it won't matter. Aramis should be going down, does.
Yeah, it's this weird dynamic that I think is benefiting Boom overall as long as towers are not going down. But if Alliance can do exactly this, where they force the tier 1 down, they get 2 kills, maybe even force a tier 2 here.
Oh, Chen creeps.
This is exactly what they need to do.
We'll see. They don't. The creep wave just now coming doesn't seem like they have enough damage. You like the Ember? He goes for the drums. Just, you know, he wants to be moving around. Might as well get some cheap and efficient.
Yeah, the attack speed aura is pretty nice too with the Tusk tag team for the damage output to burst down these mobile heroes. And you now have the Anti-Mage Battle Fury. He did not get the boots yet. He just has Glove of Haste, Wraith Band. They are smoking up to find him. He will die if they catch him. Just a matter of whether or not he can react to the snowball, which he probably can. No, he didn't. He wasn't ready for it.
There's the A blast. It is going to hit. He blinks away. He still has enough life. He won't need more. There's the dagger. That's a big kill. As you said, needed to react a little bit quicker. Now your AM's off the map, and Limp steals your bounty rune in front of you. Going a little bit back and forth now. Alliance with a 3K lead just like that.
Yeah, it's
4K, pardon me.
You can't be forced to blink away before Spectre haunts because Spectre just waits for you to... Like, as Boom uses his ultimate again, he is 7-0-0.
He's about to be 8-0-0.
Centaur's dump is on cooldown as Snowball is used, and... oh, that was weird.
Goodbye. Double kill. One more for Godlike, and they're TPing back. There's going to be Aramis going to... Toby wants to find one. Can he spear S4? He has it up. He throws it. It will be on the Ember Shat. He's going to join the fight. Easy kill on the Pugna. 500 gold for him. He's now right-clicking. Yeah, this is a scary time right now. Limp trying to escape. He has a little bit more mana.
He's got only 3 points in it, so it's a longer cooldown.
This looks like he's just dead. Give the flame guard off, but there's the Yules to take it off. Do you give Shad the kill or give Boom his godlike? He gets Shad. Looks like they're just fighting over it.
Timing is all that matters here, and even if they didn't purposely give it to him, I think it's best that they do end up giving him the kill. As
he's gonna get the tower too. Just like we said, it's back and forth. I know the gold didn't change that much, but those are huge. That's 2 core kills and a tower in the middle. Snaking. He's gone. There's the God, like 16 minutes in.
S4 TP bottom as well.
Uh-oh,
they are not giving up this tower without a fight, as the Chen creeps are going to tank it. They probably get the deny.
Siege unit, it all depends. Oh, the Dire gets it. Well, and with the Centaur Conquer with the Siege unit, securing it.
That was well played by Celery.
1K lead after 2 minutes. Some straight up fighting in the AM, I think, getting the Pugna kill, right? That was 550 gold. Treads Battle Fury, getting close to even just that Blade of Alacrity. He is going to start zooming up that net worth chart.
Essence Ring, huge item here for whoever takes it, because it isn't heal anymore. So if you get AA blasted, it's like one of the few mechanics in the game that allows you to gain health back.
I don't think this Chen's going to be surviving, though.
He's got this, dude.
Can he?
Get him next time, that's what I meant. As Shad working on that Manta, and once he gets that, I said he should not go down this game. And that Essence Ring, he's taking it. He gives him the mana regen to blink around. He gets gone on. He has 1340 health. 425 is a lot, Grant.
It is.
That's like a third of his current health right now. And he actually puts the Clumsy Net in, so just screw everything I just said again, as Essence Ring will be going maybe to Toby.
Okay. It is really good on AM this game. Why do you think he took the
stats?
Net? Just the stats? Okay.
6 attack speed and 6 damage. I can't tell if that's actually worth it, but Nether Shawl, that's also a very good item against the Radiant lineup. So neutral item RNG seems to be going the way of Dire, except they didn't get any of the damage items for Anti-Mage.
Yeah, they're fighting Boom. It is allowed to just blink out, and now Handskin, no mana. He just goes down. Chad even commits the he wants to kill. Toby will go down to the A.
Denies the illusion rune.
They do it now. They jump in. Doesn't have the most mana. Only has one more slice. Throws out. Still alive. S4 sucking, but it won't matter. Snapfire ulti comes out. It is blasting. Shad with the double kill. Nico Baby does kill the Chen on the backside. A 2 for 2, and everyone else is just going to run away. It feels like once the Quap and the AM pop ultis, if you're probably not getting more kills after that. You throw those out, you get out, you take what you get. And there's an Imp Claw on the Spectre. I know it works on Illusion. Does it work on the Spectre Haunt?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Her Haunt illusions aren't exactly known to do damage, though. As opposed to like PL, who Imp Claw is really good on. I don't think it's bad on Spectre. It's still 24 damage, and your hero can farm a bit faster, as he does have the Radiance, but Radiance not exactly good against Anti-Mage, so it's good against the rest of these heroes. But even then, they have Hood on the Mars, who... Does he have a pipe? Doesn't look like he's going to complete the pipe. He's kept the blink. Oddly enough, I think the pipe might be more important when you the Spectre Radiance. Those Yules.
Doing a lot of work. S4 stays alive. Now there's the clumsy net, though. Shad hits him with it.
It's not the 6 damage, it's the net.
Got him. And beyond God, like we keep talking about it, but Boom, him in a great performance right now.
Okay, my condo might be saved here, Grant.
Especially, the Quap has a BKB, by the way, and 100 gold.
Okay.
This hero is ready to fight. The Grove Bow, so much value on her as well.
He took the cooldown reduction talent and the strength, so there's kind of the damage attack speed route or the cooldown strength route, which in some games you're just not going to be able to stand your ground and right click, and this is one of them. So I like that he's going for more of a spellcaster Quap here.
Lamb?
Goes for the net, but actually gets disjointed. Purges off the flame guard, and
close.
Regen rune bottom, can they deny it? Says Shad the Chad does blink in, Limp does not get it.
You like the Orchid coming out on Quap next? I thought he might go something like an Ags.
I think you want Bloodthorn eventually for the Spectre. I think it's actually really their most reliable way to bring him down. I don't think you're building Silver Edge on anybody. The Radiance mischance, nobody on your team wants to buy MKB. You're gonna have this window where you can either kill the supports really fast, or even the Pugna, and then the Spectre will go down late game to this after she pops the Manta. So I don't mind it as a damage item. You either go all out damage or you go defensive, and he's even changed that Orchid into a Shiva's. So
alright, Chan. Throws out the ulti and tries to survive a little bit longer. Toby will ulti uphill. There's Boom, throws out the big 2-man ulti. See you later, Snake King. Will they get S4 as well? They will. It's a level 2 ulti. Aramis just picked it up. Yule's on the Handskin. This is going to be a 3-fer. And I was going to ask who feels like they're further ahead, because actually Alliance was still up gold until then, and the Spectre pretty farmed, but it feels like the other 4 heroes, right, out of the Spectre and the AM, it just feels like Vikings' other 4 are so much stronger right now.
I'm just under the impression that if both are allowed to farm, Anti-Mage is, whoa, bottom lane, bottom.
He's going for it. Can they find it?
Oh, the blink clumsy net Manta play. That was actually pretty sick by Shad.
I'm pretty sure the Flame Guard absorbed the entire ultimate, and it still was on him. Yeah. That does not. He took
the talent for 350, so it absorbs 850 magic damage.
Oh, a little bit of a whiff there by Snakey. It does go on top of him. Doesn't do the damage. That's limp.
1,072 gold.
You kind of wish it was on your Spectre, but you're happy on either your cores. And now they're going to run down a Chen. So all of a sudden, everything I just said doesn't matter as well. They get the Chen.
Get line grip. I'm the master of that one.
And look at this, less than 1,000 gold lead for Viking GG now as Shad continues to farm, but the Spectre. So how does it work in the late game? Obviously, it's not just 1v1 with those two, but who do you favor?
I particularly favor Viking GG until maybe 50 minutes, something like that. I think Queen of Pain surprisingly scales really well. As long as she's getting items, which she is. And Anti-Mage, it's not about the Anti-Mage versus Spectre matchup this game. It's the fact that he's so good against the Pugna, even the AA, and eventually Abyssal, he'll be able to just kill the Ember Spirit full to 0 despite whatever items he has. As he has gone for the BKB on Ember, so he's all about this mid-game. He's all in as Toby. Will he go for the butt spear?
Get a pop his ulti. He's looking for S4. Gets the spear. That should be a kill. Yet Mortimer's kisses dropping down. Aramis gets jumped onto himself. Imclaw now going to be on limp. There's the A blast. It will connect. Should go down on that side, but in the back line, Nico Baby getting right clicked by Shat. Now he wants to go for Snake King. But the shards, well played by Handskin. Maybe saving his team. Snake King, you're not making it out. Shat picks up the kill, but the rest of them TP out except one. Handskin, the Ice Shard savior, probably won't be able to do unless he does some crazy play over the cliff. Doesn't look like he wants to. Maybe.
He's got this.
Let's see.
Plant the tree. Plant the tree for the vision.
Just goes down in a 1K lead now.
Passive Ironwood tree.
When you get this Basher, now Anti-Mage has a ton of kill potential as well. Go Abyssal Blade. Do you got to get a BKB this game?
You go Abyssal. I think you go 5th item BKB. Okay. I think you're strong enough to go Abyssal into Butterfly or Scotty, and then straight into the BKB. I think you can get fully slotted up, yeah.
Well, the Pugna ward is down, and he can siege, and they're scared. They are worried because they used all of their abilities, except that Queen of Pain ulti, so you still got that gotcha, but they just back up.
I will say that if they lose like one fight on the side of Viking GG, then I think he will be pressured to go BKB after the Abyssal. So it's really going to boil down to the momentum at the stage when he finishes his Abyssal. If he gets like one good kill, maybe in Aegis, he's 100% prolonging that BKB. You do eventually need one, but the earlier you get one against a Pugna,
once again, gonna be the first one to go down. Snake King.
Isn't here for now.
Yeah, he's not. Larry gonna go down the backside to limp, but the BKB's coming in to get him, and he has the Glimmer Cape. He goes away. Toby gonna try to survive. Whoa, Eco Baby gets the kill. Level 20 now as well. Aramis is out. Larry is out.
Shad's
back in. Oh no, first hit bash. He's gonna Manta, he's gonna throw up his spell shield. Mortimer's kiss is raining down. Nico Baby taking a decent amount of damage, but they still want to go uphill. There's gonna be the mech. Oh my goodness, the Chen gets blasted. Queen of Pain has a blink, no stuns though.
Ember's looking though, side of his chain too.
They might have it, they do, and there's gonna be the damage. That is gigantic for Alliance.
And they should get Roche off that. They have Spectre, super fast Rocher with the Manta as the Desolate pure damage, super good against Roche.
That was as we saw OG 2 TIs ago. If you got buybacks and you're not afraid to expend them, they lost that fight as Alliance, but the buybacks and into the taking a fight after cooldowns really does pay off.
Shad does get level 20, so he's going to have a low blink cooldown. He's almost got the Abyssal, about 1,800 off. Anti-Mage farms that pretty quick. So despite everything that went just right for Alliance, they still are down by 1K. The Aegis is going to be pretty important for these mid-game fights because I don't think they can kill Anti-Mage twice. And I don't think they can kill Spectre twice. Unless the entire rest of the team is dead. So very impactful there for the aggression that Nico Baby can have during the fight. And Shad will have to be a bit more conservative as he does get the Titan Sliver as his tier 3 item, which is nice for him. And I think Paladin Sword might be his best item.
I was gonna say, is Titan Sliver that good by itself, or do you kind of like combining it with the SNY and Satanic?
Quickening Charm.
I know it's a good, but it feels like 16 isn't as good as like 40.
You know, Grant, that's a high-level math that only the NA education system could ever instill into
public school.
Yes, thank you.
Radiant's middle tower
The Glimmer.
is under attack.
Hey, by the way, on Snapfire, we've not really seen Aramis play the Snapfire. When they pick it, it's almost always in the 5 role, so it's been nice to see they have multiple Snapfire players since they're the only ones who play it. And there's a Basher now on the Spectre, so you don't want to bash. They're looking.
Some trouble. Does he have a blink? No, he does not have a blink out of this. He's snowballing out of position.
Oh, it doesn't. It does actually hit onto the quad,
Yeah,
so you gotta be careful. Pops the BKB, and yeah, there's the save.
Spectre on is up.
Gotta be
and
careful.
he has a basher of his own on Nico Baby. So once he gets that Abyssal, he will also be shredding people. Most notably, the Quap and Ember are both a threat to the opponent carry. And I'd say those two heroes are by far the most valuable targets that are burstable. Pugna as well for Alliance, but I hope his positioning will be farther back as these fights go on. He does have Etherland's mech. He has kind of fallen off in farm on the Pugna.
Uh-oh, Toby getting destroyed up here. Mars should just go down, but the Essence Ring saves him. Nope, not enough.
Top tower is going to be going down in the meantime.
Shad just farming up. It's a classic AM game at this point now.
He's just like Arteezy, he's saving his farm for next game. As interest does accrue over time, Grant.
Does.
Dire's middle tower.
What do you, Pugna, by the way, is holding an Ocean Heart with a Titan Sliver in the backpack. Sometimes you need a heart, you know? Dorothy never gave, or who was it, the Wizard of Oz? Yeah.
I believe Dorothy is correct, but if it's not, then I blame you.
It's not, the Wizard was the one who's supposed to give him a heart.
Well, I just thought you were talking about the character in general, and I was like, I believe that is the correct name, yes. Boom.
What are you looking for? Because it's 2K up on Viking GG, but it feels like they're more constricted on the map, besides the AM. The AM is still getting pretty much free farm, but it feels like the other 4 heroes, they're not really able to do much more.
Yeah, it's just the inability to fight right now because Spectre Aegis, as they see anti-mage.
They want to go. Shad, he's in trouble, and Snowball will hit. There's a Basher hit. Abyssal Blade is on the AM. He can blink. Maybe he has it up, and there it is. He's alive, but the dagger's chasing isn't enough to kill him. No.
Blink again.
Blinks again with that low cooldown, as you talked about. Level 20 so important for the AM, and he makes it out. Oh, if he didn't get that first blink away from Tusk, he was guaranteed dead.
He took like an extra 2 seconds to blink than I thought he should. That was really weird, actually. But
man.
Yeah, that was totally a bait. That if he dies, he loses the game. So risky bait there. You know, as he had no buyback, he did.
High risk, low reward. The old demon.
Going for the BKB after the Abyssal. They lost the fight at the Aegis, or at the Roche Pit. He needs it in order to stand his ground in the Middle East fight. Says, fine Snaky, that's a big kill, because that A blast represents a lot of damage.
The blink save, though, from the Tusk won't matter, and the Courier goes down. Mortimer's Kisses flying in, not really doing too much, except on top of Nico, baby. Toby's gonna ulti as well. They're gonna find both supports on the Alliance. Are they gonna get in? No, Henson's alive. Nope, gets bashed up, and now the AM looking for more.
Spectre.
He really is, and now they're gonna kill that Pugna ward and maybe go for Nico. I think you can kill him twice at this point.
Yes, you can. No supports.
They jump forward. But they want more on the backside. Yeah.
No Abyssal.
Oh no, the bash hit.
5 seconds Abyssal.
Shad. He's definitely going for this kill. He's gonna blink Abyssal him. There it is.
Get decrypt because of the BKB.
That's huge. This game just turned around. Viking GG feels like in complete control. Pugna going down as well. Titan Sliver still in that backpack. No.
The magic resist.
And you talked about it. I don't think they can kill the Spectre twice unless everyone else is dead, BSJ. Everyone else is dead, and they're gonna kill her.
Oh, Toby was lining up the Blood Spear, but he elects to hold it this time.
Gotta be careful. They're taking a lot of dead. Aramis is dead.
Excuse me?
They will bring down the Spectre, but Spectre from going down into the grave pulls one with him.
Bring down the Spectre.
Snowball, wait a minute.
Oh, he reversed Snowball and then blinked out of it. I always forget you can cast spells during Snowball. So like Ruben can Fade Bolt, and Nancy Mage can blink.
There's the Abyss. We're just watching AM. Oh, doesn't even want the kill.
It's not worth it, I don't think.
Are you surprised? Was he scared of buybacks? Because there's still 3 heroes dead. I mean, he was low on mana. You're really low on mana. You have 1 blink. I guess you just get out. Getting a Tusk kill is not the biggest deal.
Yeah, I think the creeps you're getting on the map are way more important.
Look at the experience change on that. That is 11,000 experience, and the AM got a big chunk of it. He's almost level 25 now.
Suddenly, he's got a Scotty queued up rather than the BKB. Kind of that back and forth. Okay, we won the fight. I don't need BKB to fight. Don't need BKB. Want to prolong it as long as possible.
Yeah.
This is the... I would say I really see the BKB prolonging most notably in Hector in the SA region. He's one of the most notorious greedy, BKB haters and all the carry players I've ever seen, and it is a disease in some way.
It can be.
It's an addiction. Just trying to.
I don't need it.
Yeah, one more.
I died once.
More.
That was on my team not being behind me. I died twice. Okay, maybe. And then the third death. Okay, we got to get it.
After the Moonshard Ags, I almost have the Moonshard. As they are okay. Super lag, says Celery.
Super lag. My goodness.
This is Omega lag, Grant.
So what do you do now? Your Alliance, you are very far down. Your Spectre just died. You're dead for 60. When you come alive, do you have to make a play, or do you got to wait for that Spectre Abyssal, right? You're still about 800 gold off. It feels like you need to make a play, or this AM will just get that next item before you have a third item even. We'll see. I'm very curious to see how Alliance tries to bring it back, because this Pugna doesn't even feel like a hero anymore to me.
It's not.
It's a ward on the ground.
He's a ward and an occasional decrep.
That's about it. And as you said, the decrep couldn't even save the Ember because he was BKB'd. Can't even target your own teammates. Doesn't even feel like that save it was. But boom on this Queen of Pain. Was the quickest one to level 20 and is only level 21 now, but done such a good job. Started beyond God, like 14, 2, and 11. Can't fault. Looks like Viking GG just wants to push all their lanes out, maybe gain some control on the map. They have 3 wards in the bottomish section.
The Roche will be the primary point of contention again, so there's kind of going to be a lull in action, I believe, for the next 2 to 5 minutes. Maybe we'll be looking for pickoffs, but it'll primarily be on the back of Anti-Mage with the Abyssal. I don't think Alliance really has too many plays to make other than maybe feeding on a support here or there. They do have Haunt. The only problem is if you expend Haunt and you don't get something significant out of it, suddenly the Viking GG lineup with low cooldowns can kind of just force whatever they want. Yeah. So I think because of all those reasons, we'll see a stalemate. We'll kind of just have to see what happens.
Man, I gotta say, this the one thing I love about Snapfire support, look at that life pool. With only your level 10 talent and your Bracer, 2,200 life as a support. Whew, you're tanky.
Yeah, and he's got the Nether Shawl, so even more value, as the majority of the radiant damage is magical. That's one reason I didn't really like Spectre, because Spectre itself doesn't deal with Anti-Mage, and none of your other heroes did, so...
Oh, and look at this. We got our question answered. Looks like Viking GG, they want to push forward. And I gotta say, Limp's item build, it really did hurt. Drum, BKB, and now he has the Axe. The Axe doesn't even feel that good till 25. It feels like he's just lacking damage.
This is kind of strange, the Axe purchase here. I think the Shivas could have been really good. I also think even like a Deso would have been really nice for bringing down Anti-Mage Quap, who are 2 relatively low armor cores, all things considered. A lot of Agi heroes have way more than 20 armor at this stage in the game compared to that of Anti-Mage, and I just don't know if they have the damage to bring these heroes down. And I don't think Axe supplies him with, like... I think he needed an item that changes what he could do in this game, and I don't think it does, but I'm not an Ember Spirit specialist myself, so...
And the
see if they can get something done with the smoke.
Anti-Mage hits level 25, actually takes the Mana Void cooldown. We've been seeing the other one a little bit more, but apparently against the Pugna and some other heroes, he just wants to keep blasting. Almost has the full Eye of Scotty and 100 gold, so this AM gonna be a beefy boy. Alliance, they've been smoked up for a little bit. They're gonna end this smoke in the enemy team's jungle. And there's kill that sentry ward up there. Or not.
Back to the farm fest that we all love to watch Anti-Mage do.
It is nice watching it. Like, if I had to watch one hero farm, it's either, well, I guess 2. It's Alchemist or AM, just because of how quick they can do it.
I want to watch an
Undying. Oh, he missed the blink. Grant. He missed the blink, so a little bit of anti-value.
You're
You
going
want
for all
an
these
Undying.
heroes that naturally farm fast. I want to see an Undying try to farm some creeps real fast. What is he going to do about it?
That's true. What do you got to find like the place? I know there's a place for Tombstone on the Dire side where it hits 4 different camps. It used to. I guess it'd only be 3 now.
Exactly. So it takes some innovation. You can't just hit the creeps, Grant.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You got to hit the creeps for 80 damage every 1.5 seconds with your crappy auto attack.
And your 0.9 adu gain as they are grouping up on Viking GGs, but they break.
Both teams are scared. Yeah.
Nico Baby is very poised to tank any gank with the snowball save behind with the blink dagger, as well as the potential decrep. And a Limp is invis as they see the sentry, or are they just pinging the sentry? Looks like they do not see the sentry.
Possible initiation immediately. There's going to be a snowball saying, hey, let's get out. It will hit onto 1. Can they bring down the anti-mage? He's just frozen in place. Let's go down 900 gold to Limp, and now they're winning this fight. They want to disengage. S4 might be going down to the Pugna. No, he gets the drain. And the kill, the 2 big cores.
Why is
I'm not sure.
dead?
Toby, he's going to get run down as well. So is Solari. This is almost a full team wipe.
Back to casting for Toby.
Oh my goodness, this is an absolute disaster for Viking GG as they pretty much get full team wipe besides the Snapfire. Roche will respawn in 50 seconds.
What are they doing? Anti-Mage just blinked in.
He aggressively
It should never be him. It should just never be him. It should always be the Mars. Let him throw his body in, let him tank a bajillion damage and die. Like, that's what his job is. It is not your job as Anti-Mage to tank a bajillion damage and die. That's exactly what he did. But now what? Like, if you're dead on Anti-Mage, your team can't play Dota. And, that was a very odd move by Shad there.
And BSJ, I love when I hear the numbers. How much is this level 25 talent for Spectre effectively? 6% dispersion.
So you go from taking... You get 6% effective of your 78% you are already taking.
Okay.
So it's more like 8 or 9% damage reduction.
Okay, that's a decent amount, especially when you're dishing it back, right? It's not just you're absorbing it, you're dishing it back. And all of a sudden, they're going to get 2 racks off this. It feels like maybe heroes. There's going to be the Abyssal Blade. Goodbye, Aramis. He definitely has the buyback and probably will have to spend it after the rest of his team's alive. This repair has somehow helped him keep this lane of racks alive.
That's all the damage they're going to do, but suddenly this 8k net worth lead for Viking GG is suddenly in favor of Alliance.
They are chasing.
Chad, he's a Chad. He's ready to go.
You got to be careful. You can't blink it again.
Baby. Run it back.
Snake King gets ulted, but he's alive. I think they realize you can only engage if that A blast is down.
It's a low cooldown anti-mage ult. He took the level 25 talent for that. Almost surprised because of how good Spell Shield is this game.
Yeah.
I understand it's the more aggressive talent. You have pretty good targets for your ult here on anti-mage. But
you might have survived that last fight.
Yeah, the damage mitigation is really strong here against the A blast. So the spell shield is even more cool in terms of how it works, because if you take that extra 25%, you go from 45% to 70%. And most of the times it's multiplicative stacking, but on that it's actually additive because it's in the same skill. Yeah, so you end up taking like a third as much magic damage because you have that talent as you were before. So it's kind of odd to me against a Pugna Ember, even a Radiance, that he didn't take that talent. And then he blinks in aggressively as he did. Limp!
That is going to be a kill.
Oh, that's exactly what I was scared of as the game goes on. So Limp's got to be much more careful. He can't be farming alone anymore when Anti-Mage is off the map. If Anti-Mage shows top, sure, you can do that. But when Anti-Mage is off map, his blink range is just insane that there's really no way you can position around it. As we have a potential Roche fight. Both teams know what's up. We have a creep from Chen as well as a courier from Radiant.
That courier might be dying here.
Donkey, no. You have a life to live, sir. Looks like he's good for now. Quickening charm on Quap.
This is scary. Whoa, just instantly blinks forward. Goodbye, Chen. Possibly gets the mech up, has the heal. Will fully heal. He is. He wants to eat him alive. And the Aeondis will help him survive, but the spear in the tusk, it's not going to kill him. They have so much survivability as well. Limp on the outside doesn't want to go in. AA has actually saved the ulti. He's been popping it early, not here.
Mars has a buyback.
Toby. He's frozen. It's a slow, painful, sad death, but brings him down. There goes Aramis. Alliance has, I feel, taken. They don't even have the gold lead, but they've definitely taken control of this game right now. What?
Suddenly it looks really hard for Viking GG to fight.
Yeah, it's Spectre, guess what? You're getting rid of that Soul Ring, and you're gonna have a full Butterfly and an Aegis, a double item timing, essentially.
I think you can't go Shivas on Quav. I think you actually need that Bloodthorn. Otherwise, you'll never be able to kill him.
There's the Butterfly.
And his damage output's becoming very relevant on Nico Baby. You can't give him this Aegis. He will never die twice, and you can't ignore him anymore.
Can they steal it? They don't have the buyback. They don't have the Mortimer's Kisses. No, they bring it, and boom, he pulls up the ultimate. It won't matter. It's a little bit too late. He's going to go down himself. Shad actually gets snaky on the backside. He doesn't have very much mana on Anti-Mage. He has none now. They have to fight without that being the case. Nico Baby bashes him up. Shad gets right back. He is fully in their hand skin. It's like, come on, why me? Here comes Gabe left after the buyback. It does tickle the Anti-Mage, and it'll be enough.
He's gonna have to buy back. Toby already bought back. So.
He's just dead again. This very well might just be Alliance possibly running down their base. Can you with the double life from, or actually Spectre takes the cheese? Wow.
There's a lot of hms going on in this game.
Ember takes the Aegis. Ember is now 25, so all of a sudden the Ags feels a lot better when you have the minus 16 Remnant charge restore time. Used to be 20.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Still very good, and it feels all Alliance now. This Spectre, we've blink in and be killed 2 to 3 times. Meanwhile, the Spectre every time jumps with the Abyssal. It doesn't feel like she's putting herself in danger. And Spectre's just solo, by the way. Spectre's actually just solo taking Iraq's top.
Yeah, they can't touch this guy.
He's like kind of scared. He's like, there's no way. Limp comes back in as well. Slowly but surely take this melee barracks.
Yeah, this 28% damage reflected effectively results in about 40% effective HP.
Oh my goodness, he's threatening the throne. All right, let's go.
Just force the buyback. So this Spectre has effectively 4,400 health with a cheese, which effectively heals for 40% more. Yeah. So this cheese is like an extra 3,000 health, 3,500 health on top of a 4,300 health pool. And then you're getting life drained by Pugna.
Come on.
It's like you just don't have the damage to bring down Nico Baby at this stage in the game unless he just manages to disconnect his keyboard as he gets gone on.
Look at that, even the mango's given to Nico. He just jumped for it. Aramis doesn't have a buyback. Get it go down possibly. Ewell's into the air. Shad gonna save him for now, but the Spectre illusions are killed him. Gets glimmered up, as you say. Nico Baby has no more mana. Doesn't seem like he cares too much about it. And there goes Boom. He blinked his backside. Will buy back. They just can't touch the Spectre. They really cannot.
They need Silver Edge, I think, on Anti-Mage at this point.
They're going to have to get one.
I think Silver Edge or MKB has to be his next item. You can't afford to item. I don't think BKB is going to cut it, dude. Maybe you can assassinate the backlines with that.
Oh, blink for it. They needed to make some happen. The problem is, once Nico Baby runs out, Toby on the backside. Who's he going to fight? It says 4B. It's Glimmer. He's going to be taking less damage. They still bring him down with the help of Shad. Ember into the air. A nice cookie actually stunning off Lip. They're feared because of level 25 from Quap, but they roll forward. Toby, man, he's done so many times. He did this. Anti-Age's doing so much work to the supports. Can he bring down the cores now? They're trying. It's a nice spear. Nico Baby held in place. Still has the cheese. He will pop it after being decrept, and now he's full everything. And well, that tier 4, it's going down. They're just slowly this is a 4v5 and they're not scared. Well, they're feared though. Will Manted up, goes for the Anti-Mage, gets the first hit back. Spectre, he doesn't. They got to be careful. No cheese, no Aegis. In comes Limp to try to tank it up. Viking GG's done a good job defending, but is it enough? It feels like it's not. Nico Baby just trying to hit the base, but Shad blinks forward. All of a sudden, Nico Baby silenced up. He's getting pulled in. There's going to be a clumsy net to hold him in place. Abyssal on top of Boom, throws out the ulti, hits 2.
Nico Baby is actually half health right now.
He has the Manta up in 2. Will he be able to make it out somehow? A nice cookie. This should be a kill on top. There's going to be the decrep. He lives for a little bit longer, but he's feared away. Nico Baby's going down here. They're going to get this kill.
I think he took like 18,000 damage on Spectre there, something like that.
Though, someone needs to go back. It's not going to end here, but their base is slowly dying to creeps. They will make it back. And a Ewell's into the air.
Tusk. We have the fear.
Yeah, this should be a kill. It'll definitely be a kill. Basher, Abyssal, doesn't need either. Just gets
That was a pretty nutty play, if you ask me, by Hans again. Where do you think they are?
He doesn't know. He wanted that outpost that comes alive in about 6 more minutes.
Yeah. It's very strange. Neutral items are coming out though, so that's pretty important as we see both teams content to farm them up. As leveler for Anti-Mage, that's pretty hype.
That's a one team fight win into a base clear.
Yes, and he queues up the Rapier, so instead of going for the Silver Edge or MKB, he obviously just goes for the better option than MKB because Rapier giving that True Strike buff, making it actually viable in games like this.
This is all of a sudden a little bit scary. You've lost 2 full sets of racks on the side of Viking GG and your tier 4s, but you're on the enemy team side of the map with a base destroying item as well as a possible Rapier. This feels like it's a one-fight game now all of a sudden.
Absolutely.
For either team.
Yeah. The later we go in games like this, the more likely it is for the game to just end very abruptly. And Viking GG suddenly takes the momentum down to the other side of the map. No team really has split push pressure. Yeah, you'd think of Anti-Mage as a split pusher, but at this stage in the game, you're not like getting Furion TP'd behind you and taking tier 3s randomly during fights. Witless Shaco, that's a big item for the Dire. Maybe Quap will hold on to that, as he takes the Prince's Knife, actually. So he will have...
he got rid of it now.
For the Shaco? Shaco?
No, he didn't take the Prince. Wait, he put it back to base, then retoken. All right.
Yeah, okay. So it gives him the insta-hex from that, as well as a hex to follow up, where he almost has that done. He has no buyback, so he will be buying out for that.
There's the Rapier. We are all in. I'm curious, though, where we're hyping it up, is there a chance we just sit around for 5 minutes for the next Roche?
Absolutely.
All right.
But at the same time, the tension is palpable, Grant, because if one crucial hero with no buyback dies here, it's probably GG either way. So Spectre is the only hero in the game right now with buyback. Ember, will he have it in that 40 seconds? Yes, he will. He does have the gold for it. So once that cooldown comes up, that will be another buyback option for Alliance. Even those are 2 really good buyback heroes. You have the Remnant from Ember, and you have the Haunt from Spectre. So
it feels like they might honestly just bait out a Nico Baby death.
The Blade Mail, the late game Blade Mail. The difference now is not nearly as potent as it used to be because of the fact that BKB ignores the Blade Mail damage. Cool thing about Spectre is since of the effective damage reduction is 40%, you are dishing out 40% more damage than you are taking with that Blade Mail, including the reflection. So it's probably like 70% more damage actually, which is pretty crazy. So if you do 1,000 damage to Spectre's Blade Mail, you're taking almost 2,000 damage yourself.
Gracious. And look at that Illusionist Cape for the Spectre.
That's value.
That is pure value. You're probably going to hold on to both those items.
He does lose the Paladin Sword, which...
Will he swap it back and forth?
I think for fights, yeah. I think you always want the Paladin Sword in. That lifesteal plus regen is really nice for Spectre.
By the way, Mars hit 25. He actually took the talent you rarely see.
Yep, the Arena Blood grants team 100 HP regen.
You know you're just doing 5v5 fights at this point.
It's a miniature Naga Siren Sleep with Ags, where you get 700 health for anyone in the arena over the course of it. It's not exactly as reliable because you don't want to just sit in there for the health. It's kind of just a little added bonus for the Mars once the arena's on top of himself. Yeah. Also has the Havoc Hammer, which, let's see how much damage this is doing. 225 plus 1 times your strength. So he has 140 strength, so 370 damage nuke. That's
it could be worse.
It's something. And Prince's Knife also on Spectre, as maybe they'll give that to Ember for the Sleight of Fist Hex.
Seems more than likely, and yeah, we talked about this. Neither team wants to take this fight. Maybe Alliance could with their buybacks, but there's no reason to really force it. They're smoked up now. Okay, they do want to force something. Let's see. By the way, Limp has had no item progression, and he still feels like he's had a giant impact in fights. The only item we've seen since 20 minutes ago is a plate mail. He does have 4K gold now, though. They're smoked up, maybe baiting out this illusion. They know it's an illusion since it's doing 0 damage. And possible smoke, yeah, Viking GG. Oh my goodness, will there actually be a fight or will they get scared? They run into each other. Toby does he blink forward? He does, he gets Yuki off. It's going to be S4, but he whips the spear. Instant kill on Shad. He will have to buy back, like you say, the fear's there. Now S4 in a little bit of trouble, but the ulti pops by the Spectre, trying to right-click down this Chen. Chen will go down, and now Aramis, all the supports are just getting destroyed. Shad onto the back line, but he already lost the Rapier because he did die. Power Tread just sitting on the ground, and this is not looking good for Viking GG.
My condo.
Nico Baby has the Rapier and is just destroying people right now. There's a gem on the ground as well. Limp pings it. Whoa, Shad! Easy. And they want to chase forward now. Pugna, no buyback. Oh, the cookie almost hit. They're going to look now for the maybe look for Limp as well. He blinks forward, gets the fear and the Yules. Do they have any sort of stun follow-up? They don't. Handskin will go down. I believe this is a tough kill on Limp. They can get it, but he has the Titan Sliver, so the hexes don't even last as long. But silenced up. They're doing a lot of damage. This is going to be a kill. Well done, Viking GG. And guess what's up? Old big boy Roche. What in the world? So the Spectre actually has the Rapier. I'm not even sure. I mean, it's good.
Does he want it over like Ember Spirit having headed?
That's what I mean.
He died, but
that's I don't know.
Buy back. You don't give this to him.
They don't have the ulti on Spectre either, so they're just gonna have to run in.
He's effectively a wall, a moving wall.
Oh my goodness!
Spectre.
The basher hit by Roshan.
Snaking?
They jump forward. Is Rain just gonna go down? They jump to the backside. Shad's gonna pop that BKB. He's almost level 30. Just right clicking down. Nico baby. He's trying to get some kills, but with his rapier, Shad just has to run away. There goes Snaking. He buys back. Ulti will be up in 20.
They just have to buy 30 seconds for Pugna.
Can they?
I don't know.
Doesn't
Looks
look
like the Roche is
and a bounty, hey.
having to be given away here.
Who's getting that Ags?
The Quap, yeah.
Okay. It is. So very quick cooldown.
None of the other Ags are really that good.
Yeah, 35.2 second cooldown on that ulti from the Queen of Pain now. And well, they have the gold lead at 4K, even with the rapier up on the Spectre. Haven't seen that. I mean, you just look at the net worth chart, right, and you see this Quap in the AM, and you're like, oh, they're both 6 slotted. And the problem on the other side is Ember and Pugna, they have nothing. So essentially, it's 2 pretty big cores versus 1 giant core.
He has to get another rapier on Anti-Mage, as he does have it queued up. He needs the True Strike on top of the fact that it's basically a double damage rune for him because he only hits for 300 plus his passive right now.
Whoa, Celery.
Spectre Haunt.
Bye. And I get the bounty rune, thanks.
Nico baby getting his fair share of servings of celery for the day.
Nope.
He has killed him plenty of times this game.
Get them veggies, illusion escape almost up. See if they split push. See if they want to go bottom. It feels like that push to try to take the tier 4s in the base, you know, has definitely held him back a little instead of making the more safe move.
The illusion escape is very value for Spectre here. It allows him to push an extra whole wave and preserve his Manta for potential engagements, or even just have multiple lanes cleared with the Manta plus the illusion escape, as neither carry can afford a slot for boots at this point. That's when you know you've hit the late game.
When do you get rid of this blade mill from Nico baby? Is there just another item you get, or do you just keep it?
It's pretty value here, I think.
Oh, okay,
so he's queuing up the refresher orb on Spectre. The better item for Spectre, as opposed to a lot of heroes wanting to go like Moonshard or Ags. Spectre Refresher is just too powerful.
And we do see the AM hits level 30, gets all of his talents, and he actually does not have the rapier queued up anymore. He is going Silver Edge, or he at least has it queued up for now.
I don't know. Maybe they're banking on killing the Spectre and getting his rapier back. He also has he is level 30, so he has all the talents that we said he did not have. As Boom might be in some trouble. Does blink away. Toby and down here.
Yeah, he wants to go for it. They don't have the Silver Edge yet, and the Snowball save will stop a lot of damage from his Mortimer's Kisses. Nico baby just right-clicking Shad. Manta's out, and now they're trading hits to each other. Boom, already used that ulti, can't do anything. Nico baby has so much health, there's going to be a stun rapier. It's going to be on the ground. And then can he actually finish this guy off? Nico baby will drop. There's going to be the divine rapier. Oh, the Snowball safe for now. Nico baby has a buyback, so does S4. S4 is the only one who pops it so far, but Shad is doing so much damage. Now, can they bring down Limp? He's got that BKB up as well as some ultis. Handskin goes down. Limp has to jump out. There's a jump forward onto Toby, but this Spectre, if you die, the game is just over, and it's not looking good. Baby. Oh, they get out.
Quap's dead. Oh,
two goes down. Okay. Limp, he's on the back lines. He's going to kill Aramis as well as Celery. Wait, the Chen? How's the Chen still alive?
Limp has no buyback.
He doesn't.
The snowball save again.
What can they do? Does he make it out? Yeah, he seems pretty clean. I have no clue. I can't believe the Chen lived either. And they just back out. Wait, Shad, he's still he gets the Abyssal Blade. No buyback. Goodbye.
Oh my God, 2 minutes.
And there's no buyback on anyone else. This is going to be another kill on top. This might be the game. Their base is dying to 2 creeps. No, I'm
get
kidding.
Him, creeps. Get him.
Please, guys, we're trying our hardest, says the creeps.
Celery, don't do it. Oh my God.
He turns them against each other. Come on. And they're going to push that middle.
Comrades once had a unified goal.
And this just feels like you're just going to run down middle, right? Maybe not. They're scared of some backdoor. I like it because S4 is threatening it up top. I don't think a Pugna can solo the Dire Ancient, but I've seen crazier things.
Spy Boots of Travel on Anti-Mage, TPD or Midwave.
You have to know there's no buyback on those two heroes. It feels like this is the time to go. Why are they playing so passively?
Let's see.
Okay.
You need to do your lane maintenance to make sure you don't just randomly throw the game, and then you have 60 seconds to end this game. So you have Moonshard, you have Leveler. The 25% bonus damage to buildings is going to potentially decide this game as Boom presses his button.
Oopsie button.
Yeah, oopsie.
Do you actually go for this Rax? I feel like you just go for the base right now. And he blinks forward, gets the basher hit. Abyssal Blade hasn't even been used. Shad's the one taking a ton of damage, but is the A-Blast gonna hit? No, he blinks out in time. No, he blinks forward and actually gets hit by it a little bit. S4 and this pop. Boom! Almost kills himself to the Pugna ward. Shad taking a lot of damage, but guess what? He does have the Aegis. Yo, Boom, you gotta chill. He keeps almost killing himself to the Pugna ward. Now he is going to hit the base. He has the Leveler shredding tier 4s, but they have the glyph.
Dude, just hit the buildings, dude. Creeps into buildings, dude. Creeps into buildings. Don't just ignore the Spectre's existence, sir.
And they do for now.
They can end this, I think.
Feels like they can.
Going for Pugna again. Dude, just hit the buildings.
There's going to be the building being hit. Celery's actually dying to illusions right now, by the way. All right, goes down.
Dead, but nothing the there.
Dead.
On the Snapfire.
It is over. What a game.
Not even close. No save, Grant.
Viking GG with the late